Hi, good morning, everybody. Hi, Holly, Suzanne. Hi, Janelle. Nice to see you. I had trouble then. I was clicking on go live and it would not accept it, which is really, really weird. And then I realized there was a little down button and I clicked on it and I managed to get on. Thank goodness. I thought, oh my goodness, here we go. Here's a great start to the day. But anyway, we're here and that's all that matters. Fantastic day up here in Queensland today. We have blue skies, bright sunshine, and I believe it's going to get to around about 34. It's currently sitting at 28, apparently. So there we go. Some of you may have seen yesterday, I had a lovely visitor. I was sat outside and at the table where I sit and take photos of my cards and everything. And then all of a sudden, my cat that was in his cage, hi, Roz, how are you? Hi, Marlene. He was like up and he's sitting and he's having a look. And I'm thinking, oh, what can he see? And literally 2 meters away from me was this red belly black. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, that one's a bit too close for comfort. Anyway, I raced in and got my phone, as you do. Like, don't run away from the snake. Just go get your phone. And I took a bit of a video, as some of you may have seen, but that's very close for me, very close. I don't mind snakes down where I can look at them from a distance, but and if they're pet snakes, I'm fine with pet snakes, but yeah, no, not that close, I'm afraid. Too much. It was, wow. It was a red belly black, so it's not the most dangerous, but it can certainly pack a punch. And I don't want to find out how much of a punch it packed. So I'm a little bit disappointed this morning because, now where did I write that down? I was hoping to show you a couple of cards from one of the new kits. Now, how I managed to get it was because I did a crafting thing back at the beginning of October. Give me 2 seconds. Right, I wrote that somewhere. Okay, I'm doing I'm forgetting what I'm doing thing. But the kit that's called Calm and Bright, so it's got a lot of white and it's got a lot of delicate colors on it. It's got the Christmas trees. It's got 3 different cards in it. One with Christmas trees, one with baubles, and one with a little house. And when we were at the thing, I did the Christmas tree one and the one with the little house. And can I find them? Nope. They're somewhere in this craft room, which means they could be anywhere. But I have to tell you, they are absolutely gorgeous. That kit, if you like kits, that is gorgeous. Hi, Sue. How are you? Nice to see you. And I was thinking, with this, let me go down to the desk because I'll just have a little zoop. There we go. With this $60 offer, if there's anyone out there who's not done much card making and wants to get into it, kits would be a fantastic way to do it. Okay, and you'd be able to pick up, 3-4 kits more for $235 just for $60. And if you're using kits, you get everything in the kit to work with. Hi, Kerry, how are you? You just get everything in the kit. If there's stamps, if there's die, and there won't be dies. If there's stamps, you get a little stamp pad. You get the stamps. You just get everything. You get the adhesives, everything you need, all the little ephemera stuff pops out, so you can use that. Absolutely fantastic idea for someone who hasn't had much experience with card making but would love to get into it. And I say card making, there's also scrapbooking kits as well. Hi Kim, how are you? Oh, and Sue, thank you so much for my card. Yep, it's out in the other room. I'm so sorry, but thank you. It arrived yesterday. All righty. Yeah, so that's, what I was thinking. Or if you're one of those people that likes to maybe craft with your grandkids, I have a lady who loves to craft with her granddaughters. And, we've done a kit class before where she's actually had her granddaughters be at the class, which was really great. So, so much opportunity. And if it were me, I'd be doing the $60 one for $235 worth um, of product. But if you did want to go that little bit further, you can spend $169 and get $344 worth. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? I mean, I think Stampin' Up might have gone mad, but I'm glad that they have. Okay, that's it. That's all my, we've got until the 10th to sign up for my kit class, which isn't that kit. It is, did I put that here? No, it's the one with the little trucks and the Christmas trees on it, just so you know. Okay. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Suzanne. Thanks for doing that. We're getting quite a little group on our Happy Mail list now, aren't we? Anybody who wants to join our Happy Mail list, just probably you can message me and I'll just pass it on to Suzanne, but or you can message Suzanne. But we send out Happy Mail to people both here in Australia and overseas, so you don't have to be. It is, Kim, a great way to test the waters with Stamping Up. It really, really is. And I think once someone gets in and sees the bonuses and benefits that we get through Stamping Up, I think it's definitely a great way to find out whether you like something or not. Yes, so anyone... Yeah, so our list is growing and we do send out happy mails. So either give me a call or message me, email me, whichever way you want to go. And yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll add you to our list. All right, today I was going to do this. Okay, I was going to make this card. And then I realized that every day this week I've either used this one or this one. Oh, well, yesterday was flowers. But I thought, do we need another tree branch? But what I will do before I start is I'll show you what I did with this, because I sat thinking, how am I going to do the background and not touch the area with the sun? Well, I know that you can put a blotch over the sun, but then I thought, how can I get different colors into that without going back over that? So it was quite easy. I cut myself another piece of white that was the same size as the front. I cut out my sun, which I popped in there. So to start with, I put a little bit of sticky on that and covered that up, and then I did all the background, and then I took that off and I put that on so that I could use the different colors in the sun. I love trees too. Yeah, so that was how I'm just going to keep these because I haven't used that side, but it was a really good way for me to be able to get to get that whole effect. So rather than do another tree, I thought, oh, and then when it came to putting on the I really took my life in my hands here, because when it came to putting the sentiment down the bottom, I thought, I don't want it in white. I don't want it in green. I don't. And then I thought, you know what? I should just stamp it straight on there. But yeah. Anyway, the alternative today is flowers. So I'm going to do that, because I have to tell you, I'm going to do another tree tomorrow. Or hopefully I'm going to do a tree tomorrow. So I'm going to have a think about what I want to do today. And I sort of had a bit of a thought about it. And we'll grab some white. I want the thick white, because what do I do with that now? Holy dooly. Oh, down there? Yeah. Yeah, I want some thick white. So haven't got any in there, so we'll get some out. I'll be glad when my order comes through and I have the thick white back as the A4. All right, so my card size for this is 5 3/4 by 8. So I'm going to go over to the 5 3/4, and then I'm going to pop this out at the 8-inch. Like that, which is going to give me my card base. Let's grab that. Okay, and then I have, was I going to do the color? Yeah, I was going to do, I need a color then. So I think I'm going to go with, I think the first one I'll go with is pink. So let me see if I've got 3 3/4 by 5.5 here. Yep. And yep. By 5.5, like that will sit on there like that. And then I need a piece at 3.5 by 5.5. So 3.5 by 5.5, and this will be the piece that I'm going to work with. Set that in the middle of there. What did I do there? 5.5. Did I do this one wrong? Oh, it should be 5 1/4. That's it. So now we have that. Pop that away for a minute. Now I'm thinking that the colours, obviously we're going to have petunia pop. I thought we might have a bit of peach pie and a bit of fresh freesia. We'll see. I'm also going to cut out some flowers from here and some greenery from here. Now, Impressions of Bloom. Impressions of Bloom, I believe, have gone on to the last chance list. So, yeah, and I'm going to use elements of text. I might do the background first, and then we'll do the fun bit, the decorating of it afterwards. So I'm not going to colour the whole of this. I'm just going to colour some. Okay, let me get some blending brushes out. And what do I want to start with? So I want it to be sort of darker here, lighter around the edges, and then a different color around here. Let me start with this is the fresh freesia. And you know what, rather than make a mess on my desk today, I might just be good. Okay, so this is the fresh freesia. Just want to, because I used this yesterday for pink, of course. Now I really want it for purple, don't I? All right, let's see what we've got with the Fresh Freesia. It's quite a soft colour. So I'm just going to come in like sort of around, not too much because I don't want to do the whole thing. And I just want a little bit of colour sort of coming in there before we go into the darker colour of the pink. Maybe just up to the top there. It will all blend in the end anyway. So I am going to close each of these as I use them because I know what I'm like. I will end up with really, Roz? And then I'm going to go in with the pink, which you can see is a lot brighter. If I can pick some up from there because I don't really want to pick up. And then I'm just going to go in with this and then I'm going to work from there and see how things go because I don't want too much of this. Did I have a hair in there or was it a scratch on the paper? Okay, so basically all I want to do now is just very, very lightly with this. This is peach pie that I'm using here. And it's just to give it a bit of a glow more than anything. Let's pop a little bit so that it goes in there as well. This is what I love about this. You can, you know, you can't really see the colours very well, I don't think, but you just play with the colours. And that I really like that about these techniques. I really do. So I want to go right over the top again with the Fresh Freesia. It's a bit like using the blends. If you go back over the top with your lighter colour, it blends it all in. So that's what I want to do there. And after tomorrow, all my blending brushes are getting washed. So there we go. So I think that'll do. That gives us a nice bit of colour before I start to put the other stuff on. I'll put these away and I can always get them out again if I need them. All right, so that's what we've got for the background, and it's obviously going to sit on there like that, which I think will work. Now what I do want to do, get rid of that, wanted to put some of the elements of text on there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use this smaller one, and I'm going to do it in Petunia Pop. Oops, might need a bigger one. I do need a bigger one. Really? There we go. Now let me have a look, because although there's no real right and wrong way, you can actually see which way the... All right, I've got a bit round the edge there, so that's coming off because I know what will happen. Just taking that off around the edge. I don't want a halo if I can help it. Okay. And then what I want to do with this is just, I want to stamp like one here. And then sort of another one. Do I need another one? I sort of want to do another one, but not as dark. So we'll do it like that. So just do it the second time. Second generation, I believe. And then we're going to use some splatter. I think we might use the smaller splatter. I could have used that smaller thing. Oh, look at that. I haven't used this splatter. Have I used the bigger one? I'm sure I have. Yeah, we might use that. Save me having to put that onto a block. So I just want a bit of splatter, but I think I'm going to do that in grey granite because I really don't want it very dark at all. And before I actually do it, I'm going to, yeah, that should work, I think. Not darker than you think it's going to be, I must admit. So just pop a bit of splatter there and a bit up. Probably should have done that, shouldn't I? A bit up there and then maybe another bit there. And I think that will do. Good luck, Tanya. Good luck. Oh dear. I had mine a week ago Tuesday and I took them into time zone and what have you. Because isn't that what you do? Isn't that how you do it? All right, so I'm going to, that's my base so far. You know what I like about it is that you get to do some of the things that you haven't done in years, and then you re-find the fun, which is what I love. So I want some of that, and oh, I really wanted something like that, but I want it as a, okay, we can stamp it. Let's stamp it. I know there is one that's got like a fern in it, but I can't remember which one it is offhand, so I might just have to leave that. Where's my white bits and pieces here? Let's do some stamping. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you for joining me. The textures one. Sorry, it's gone. I have this stamp and have never used it. Going to dig it out. The text. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Ladies here, we have a good laugh. So if you like to have a bit of fun and a laugh and not always such perfect stamping, you're in the right place. No, we usually get away with it. All right. So I really wanted, oh yeah, we'll do the white because I've just had an idea. Okay, so let me stamp in. Actually, let me cut these first because, what was I doing there? I just cut a couple of these. Can anyone think which set it is that's got that? It's like a fern leaf, or even a sort of a more open leaf, because we're going to actually get the blending brushes out again in a minute. Oh, come out. Let's do another one of those. Oh, Mum's here, is she? Hi, Mum. It is a lovely sunny morning, isn't it? So there's a couple of those. I'm just wondering if I get my daubers out. No, don't want to do that. Anyone know that oh, is it Lise? Lies? Sorry, I pronounced your name incorrectly before. Dark. Anyone know that sweet, or do I have to go through and have a quick look? Let me have a quick look. Oh, textured notes. No, that doesn't have die cuts other than winter treetops got in the dies. Oh, there we go. There's a little ferny one. Not exactly what I was looking for, but sorry about this. I should have looked for this beforehand. I didn't think. Charming Day. What's that got? Oh. Oh, actually, Charming Day has a. Let's maybe use that. Oops, what did I do with that? As well. So I'm wanting white, and this is why I'm. I need to. I had a busy morning this morning, so I didn't get in here until we were just about to start. So let's use this bit here. I have a couple of these. And there we go. Finally a little less humid. We're just coming into it. Yes, last evening was very humid here. It was really humid. I hate humidity. I really do hate humidity. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some of these flowers. I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut them in color. Yes, I am going to cut them in color. So we'll have some of that. And more of a pinky orangey white. Let's do these two. That I think will blend in well. So I want a couple of these. Actually, I cut some of these the other day, but I bet they're all the wrong colour. What do I do with that little pot? So yesterday, my husband and I wanted to get, or he wanted some little pots with lids, you know, the plastic ones. So he thought he found the perfect ones. He said, but I only want one. I said, don't worry about it. I said, I can use the other three. Anyway, when we got home and he took the lid off, he goes, well, that's not very good, is it? When he took the lid off the top one, the next one didn't have a lid, and it was the lid to the third one, which was the lid to the fourth one. So we got duped because we didn't have what we wanted really at all. Okay, I've just done two of those. I'm going to do one in here. But you know what? It won't get wasted. I mean, we'll use it for something. But with his shed and my craft room, we will do something with it. You know, I still haven't put an order in. I'll have to do that today too. I'm not going to need all these. I'm just making sure that I have plenty. All right. So now we've got those. And I'll just do some of each of these little wee ones. I think I've actually got some of these around somewhere as well. Does anyone else always cut way too much and then put it away and forget where you've put it? These are so cute, these little flowers. Just look at them. So cute. Take your picture. Where did you go there? There we go. Pop that one out. So has everybody seen what's in the 12 Days of Christmas box? Anybody going to be grabbing one? I believe in America, they're saying they're going to sell out soon. I don't know what it's going to be like here. Okay, that's it. That's me done with that for now, I think. Let me put these tiny little things back where they belong. What do I do with the other one? See, this is how quickly you lose things. It'll be on my desk somewhere. All right. I think I have everything I need now to There it is. See, I knew it would be there somewhere. I've already lost the tiny, tiny center to the flowers in this one here. All right, so here we go. So we've got our base, we've got our flowers, which we're going to put on here. We've got our white, and some of it, I'm not going to color it with deep color, but I'm just going to touch it with the colors, just to take the white off of it. So I really need my piece of paper back, which is a different piece, but that's fine. And we'll just pop this on here like this. And I'll probably butcher these anyway. I've got a habit of doing that. But it's just so that I've got them, and they're not pure white, which is that's what I didn't want. So give them a bit of a pat with that. And then I'll also bring in a bit of the fresh freesia. So you can just pop a little bit of that on as well. So all I'm doing really is just tapping that on there, just to give it, take away the absolute whiteness and help it to blend in with our, now with these, ones here, oh, I've got to do those as well. These ones here, I'm just going to go around the edges. So this one I'm using the freesia on, fresh freesia, which doesn't really want to show up very well on the edges. So here we go. Now we're getting there. Thinking I might go with something darker, actually. What do we think? Is that enough? Just enough to take the colour. Hi, Debbie. How are you? All right, I've gone quiet. I'm just trying to get a little bit of extra colour around the edges on that one. It's not quite working the way I was hoping. Might need to just pop a little bit of this on as well. I wanted it to be darker than it has come out, so something just dropped on the floor. That looks a little bit better. Might go back over that in a minute with the okay, so we have those. I must have dropped one of those. So where did it go? There it is. How can they travel so far? And now I'll just get pink out, because the next one I think I'm just going to do in the pink. See, that one's working how I wanted it to. I think the Highland Heather's just a wee bit too gentle. So what I also want to do with these, I'm going to get my adorber, because I want to use this, and right in the center I want to daub a bit of the pink, bring it out a little bit. So we've got those, and I might do the same with, what's that one? Oh no, that one's had brown on it. We won't use that one. We've got a new one here somewhere. Yep, this one will do. I'll use the pumpkin pie in the middle of this one. Debbie, you know where we are. You know that we're all here for you. And we also know that you appreciate that. I think it's been quite a year for you, hasn't it? All right. Sorry, and now I just have to, I'm not really keeping up with the chat. I do apologize because I'm trying to get all these little bits and pieces done. So I'm going to go back with those two again and just do over these leaves, and then we're going to get to putting it all together. So we're just going to put some, this sort of gives it, I suppose, a bit of an autumny look, although we're not in autumn, of course. We'll see if the fresh freesia will show up. Oh, yeah. Did you enjoy your day shopping yesterday, Mum? Okay. There we go. That's it. I'm done. I'm done with that. So what I love about this, it does take that little bit more time, but I just love the difference it makes, if that makes sense. Have we found people living close to each other? No? Oh, Debbie. Sending big hugs. Big hugs. Alrighty. Now, let me see what I'm going to do here, because I'm probably going to cut some of these. I don't know that I want them quite this big. I'm thinking sort of something like that. And then maybe, did I not have two of those? Do you know, I think I'm only supposed to use one of those because, again, I have lost one. And it's not on the floor this time. Anyone see where that went? All right, so what I wanted to do with these actually was pop one inside the other so that we've got a bit of a, and if I turn them to the complete opposite directions, you get the different look, and then you pop a little one in the middle. And I'm thinking that I'm only going to get to do one because I can't find that second one. What do I do with it? That is so weird. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again and stamp it all again, so I'll just use the one. So, and then we're going to have this one and this one. And then I'm thinking if I cut this in the right place, I might be able to use 2 of those. And I'll think about another one of those afterwards. All right. I really wish I knew where that other flower went. These I'm going to stick straight down, so I can do that now. If anyone saw where that other flower went, can they let me know? Goodness me. Tiny bit of glue, don't need a lot. I should really use the little blobby thing. So I'm going to put that one down there like that. And then this one. And you know what? The other 2 I might poke under after I've put the flowers on. I'll just pop that one there. I'll take these 2 out for the moment. I've got those 2. Now, these 2 here, I'm going to pop together with a little bit of glue, like that. Now, what you can do, it's probably easier once they've stuck, but you can actually twist them up with your bone folder or your fingers or however you want to. Sometimes I'll twist some down and some up. Just separate them to give you that whole 3D effect with your flowers. You love the colours? Thank you. Okay. So that's sort of what I'm planning. You know what? I might just have the one. What do you think? Just have the one. With that in the set. I'm actually thinking that's the way to go. Just have that one. And then I could possibly... All right, let's do this. Let's not overdo it. Might do the brighter pink in the center of here. Just to pop in the middle of the flower. And then I think, do I need to pop that? I might pop that flower up on a dimensional. Now I suppose my dimensionals are out. Oh, we can use little ones, that's fine. So I'm just going to pop that flower up just to, even though I've given it the dimension, the 3D look, I'm still going to pop that up. And I'm going to pop 4 little ones on there just to make sure that it stays where it is. And reshape those. They come up and pop that smack bang in the middle. Now, I didn't stick that one, did I? Didn't think I had. All right, and I'm just going to put that one in there. I'm just going to pop that one in there like that. Okay. What do we think? I think that looks okay. I like that. Oh my goodness, ticks. Yeah, my cat sleeps on my bed too. But my cats don't go outside. Oh, yes, it does make you feel itchy when you start talking about those sorts of things. Alrighty, so now I'm going to pop this onto the backing card. I'm not going to make it any higher because it's already high with the dimensions on the... You love it? Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, this one's a bit off the cuff. All right, and then that is going to go on there. Super cute. I love that when people say super cute. It's not something I think about saying, but I really love it. Okay. My daughter-in-law says it a lot. And there we go with the main card. I mean, it probably would have looked okay with two in there, but, you know, maybe I lost one for a reason. Who knows? You never know, do you? And now basically we just want a little sentiment, and I really don't think we want anything too big. And as everybody knows, my favorite one in here is you are awesome. So let's go with that. Or not. Hang on, where is it? This one here. I've already got one out. Oh yeah, we have one of those out. So let's do you are awesome. I'm going to do it on white. And now I've got something in my eye. I won't tell my husband that because he'll see me with my finger rubbing it and go, yeah, you got your finger in your eye. I'm going to do it with the petunia pop. And we've got a nice halo around that one. Let's do it again. That's better. You know how I told you I always have a cup of tea in here? And so I always have a cup of tea in here for when I'm doing a live. Am I going to fit that on there? Am I just? Yes, because I don't want a bigger one. So now, because I'm putting the fan on, because it's getting warmer, the cup of tea is getting colder a lot quicker. Okay, this is just going to fit in here. So this is going to be a case of don't even move when I go through here. So we have that. Good old stylish shapes, hey? So we have that, and what I'm going to do is I might have to go with the petunia pop the same and just roll that in the ink so that it gives me I was actually thinking that too. I don't know that I'll miss them that much because of the halos. I think we've got quite a see you soon, Suzanne. We've got quite a few you know, things coming up, haven't we? Differences happening. And as much as differences can be a pain in the proverbial, sometimes we need it. We just need to make that break, that decision, whatever it is that we're going to do. And then that becomes the norm. And then within a few months or so, when something changes, it's like, oh my goodness, change that. No, that works. Do you know what I mean? How many people have done that? I've done it heaps of time. I don't want this. I don't want that. And yeah, and then all of a sudden, it's like, it's not that bad. I think I'm just going to pop that down there, just in that little corner. And maybe, just maybe, let's have a little bit of that coming out of there. What do you think? Let's do that, just for something to do. I haven't seen the new packaging. I know what it's going to be like. What about you, Kim? So apparently it's going to be like packaging at the moment that we have our dies in, but taller. Ah. Now, I'll just pop a couple of oh, I know what I haven't done. I wanted to put wink on this. A bit of wink of Stella. Oh my goodness, it looks like I might have to buy a new one. That is my new one, I think. Or is it? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Another thing to add to the order list. So I'm just popping that in the center there like that. And let's have a look at some. I haven't done a middle for the card yet, but you know what? I nearly always. I'm liking those. And I like those. And of course there's those. Okay, we'll have a little bit of a vote and see. Let's move that out of the way. Let's have a look. We've got number 1, which is the sequins. We've got number 2, which is the charming shimmered faceted dots. So, oh, all you're getting is the shine. Yes, that's right, Sue. I signed up to do it, and then they put my my first aid on that day. So I'm going to have to. It truly wants to go to Canada, does it? Okay. Oh dear. Thank you. Alrighty, so do we want the sequins, the sparkling gems, or these are the beautiful antique pearls? I honestly don't mind which ones we put on today. We're only going to put three on, so whatever one comes up first, that's what we're going to go with, I think. So we got 1, 2, or 3. Oh dear. Does that mean I have to put a name on the back of this one before I even finish? That makes me laugh. It is rather cute, isn't it? It's come out quite well, actually. I'm quite pleased with it. I have some days where I'm not happy at all, and then other days I'm quite pleased. Okay, 3. Sue was first, so we'll go with the well, Sue was the first one I saw anyway. Oh, it does fit both dies and stamps. That's great to know. Yep, pearls. Let's use the pearls. I think it goes well with the. Is that all right? All right, let me have a look. Let's pop a medium size one here. And then I just want 2 smaller ones. I think I'll put one up there and maybe one down here, just to give that extra little bit of, what's it? And look, I should really make the inside, but we'll leave it for today because we're at the, but I will probably do the inside with just the white with these 3 colors that I've used, and I'll just do around the edge, a bit like I did with, where's yesterday's card? Look, you start to see my rubbish if I do that. Did I do it with that one? No, because, yeah, so with the card that I did yesterday, if you remember, I just did that. So I'll probably do the same sort of thing, just around the edge. So far this week then, we have had a tree. We've had the branches. We've had the, what would you call it, the grunge look, the old style look. We've got the one that I made but I didn't do on here, and I did this one instead. Okay, so that is this week's card so far. Tomorrow I'm going to do a tree. It's going to be the big tree, and I'm going to attempt to show you the one that Michael did on Michael's card art, because I just think it's great. So yeah, let's go there. You love the foil pine cones. They're done out of the what's that new one called, Earth and whatever. That's what that was done out of. So there was 2 that I put that on. This one I made last night because I was going to do this card today, and then it was like, no, I've already done, you got the branches one today. It is fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. Branching out. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I was going to do that one. Then I realized I'd done that one, and I thought, do we need another one quite as similar? So this was the first one. This was on Monday. And then, sorry, that wasn't yesterday. That was the day before. And then this was yesterday. This is today. So awesome. I have a mess on my desk. All right, just let me come back up to the top. Yes. Suzanne will be on, well, she'll be started, but I'm just going over there myself. So Suzanne and I support each other. So yeah. Okay. Lovely to see you all. Welcome to all the new people. Anybody in the background who hasn't joined in with the chat, please feel free to join in. Everybody here is so friendly. They will make you welcome for sure. We have a lot of laughs, and yeah, We do silly stuff, but you know what? We get cards done as well, which is great. I will be back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And I'm not sure when we got anyone on here from New South Wales at the moment. When does the clocks go forward, back, forward? Must be soon. Okay. Thank you so much for subscribing. That's wonderful. Thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow. Okay. And I'll pop over now and see you on Susie D's. Okay. Bye for now. Have a great day and stay safe, everybody.